Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? My name is Coach Chad, CEO of the Next Level Coaching Academy. You probably already know that by now because I literally say that every single time that I start this thing. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing amazing. I like to joke. That's, part of my personality is I try not to take myself too seriously. But if you're listening on the podcast, I just want to say I appreciate it. If you're listening on the YouTube, I also appreciate it. I usually say this at the end of my YouTube videos or at the end of my podcast, but I think I've created enough, or I hope at least I've created enough valuable content where I could say this at the beginning. But if you guys have been longtime listeners and have enjoyed, watching the YouTube videos or listening to the podcast, if you guys could just take a moment, because I don't run any advertising that would, increase my YouTube channel or increase my podcast. Honestly, everything is word of mouth. But if you guys would take a moment, and if you found any value in listening to YouTube or watching the YouTube rather, and or listening to the podcast, if you can on the podcast take a screenshot, post it on your Instagram story, post it on your social media. You can link, you could tag me. All I ask is just, spread the word about, the content that we're creating here. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. That's what helps boost this organically. My goal is to increase both of these platforms, YouTube and also podcast, organically and never have to run ads on it. I just want it to be organic, because if it's organic growth, that tells me I'm creating good enough content where I don't have to, put marketing dollars behind this from an advertising sense. But anyways, that's my little pitch. Like I said, I usually save that for the end, but I feel like I could do it in the beginning at least once in a while. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Hopefully you guys aren't up in arms right now, like, oh God, I can't believe Chad told me to help him out. All right, anyways, I'm getting a little off topic. Let's dive into the content. All right, so today is for you if you are looking for a bump in lead generation. If you are looking for just a quick little bump in lead generation, right? This isn't usually I talk long-term strategy. Usually I talk about like, hey, you should do this and make this a part of your consistent strategy. This truly is just like a little tip or trick that will give you like a quick increase in lead generation, and potentially on, depending on how good at closing you are, a quick increase in clientele as well. All right. So this is the NLCA scholarship strategy. All right. So technically what this is, and it's actually a really simple concept, but it's really effective if you listen and or watch, if you're on YouTube, listen to the key points that I hit on here. All right. So here's what it is at large. All right. So usually 7 days is a good time frame. Over about a 7-day period, you are going to advertise that you are going to pick one or two. I'll talk about the difference between if you should do one or two free winners to have a free enrollment into your program. All right. You should choose the number one if you think you will get not a great deal of applications. I would say probably under 50 applications. I would just pick one winner. If you think you could potentially get more than 50 applications for something like this, I would pick two winners. All right. So once again, you're going to market over a 7-day period that you are going to pick one and or two free enrollments or scholarships into your program for free. All right, so step number one, that's the context of it, general context. So I'm going to break it down now step by step. All right, so step number one, you have to create the application for this. Application is really simple. Ask for their full name, ask for their phone number, ask for their email, and ask for their Instagram handle. And then number 5, ask why they should win the scholarship. All right. You're probably saying, man, Chad, that's a lot of contact information. Why do I need 3 points of contact? The reason you need 3 points of contact is, let's say, for example, they don't answer the text for whatever reason. You can hit them up on email, or you can hit them up on the IG DMs, right? Or they don't answer email or IG DMs, right? At least you can hit them up on the phone, or you can give them a call, right? So having 3 points of contact basically ensures that you're going to get a response from every single person, which is important. Wait till the end, and I'll explain why that's important. All right, so step number one is creating that application. Step number 2 is every single day for 7 days, you're going to post this application to all your platforms. I'm just going to list off personal Facebook, If you have any Facebook groups, that you're a part of, Instagram feed, Instagram story, Instagram reel. What are some others? If you have an email list, if you have an SMS list, if you have a mini chat list, right? Anywhere that you have people, just people congregated, you need to post this application. All right. And by the way, this is only for non-clients. All right. If you have a current client and they apply, they can't win this. It's only for non-clients. All right. So the goal here is you don't have to create fancy graphics for this. Your content doesn't have to be a really pretty or amazing for this. Really, the goal here is volume. The goal is how many applications can I get for this, or from this rather. Great. I'm going to post this any possible place that I can potentially get one application. All right. The goal is volume, and the goal is to post this everywhere. All right. Every single day, post this everywhere. Obviously, you have to be clear on what it is, right? So it could just be a simple message. Hey, I'm picking one and or two people to win a free scholarship into my XYZ program that helps people solve XYZ, right? Like, you explain your program just a little bit, at least the problem that you solve. Say you have to apply within these dates. We'll pick one winner by this date. All right, boom, drop the link. That's all it has to be. Very simple. All right, so once again, I'm going to recap the marketing. The marketing is it doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to be everywhere. All right. So anywhere that you post content, or anywhere that has people that you could potentially post content, you want to post it there, and you want to post it every single day over a 7-day period. Okay. By the end of the 7 days, you're going to pick your winner. Very simple. Reach out to them, congratulate them, right? Market that you have, that this is the person that won, right? So post that on your social media, onboard them as a client. It's important to get them to sign your contract. Obviously, in the contract, you're going to say that it's free, but it's important that they sign the contract just to protect yourself for anything else, right? Anything else that the contract protects you from, in addition or aside from payment. Obviously, this person's getting it for free, so you're going to state that in the contract, but the contract should protect you from a lot of other things, hence why they should sign it, right? Once they sign it, onboard them as a client, take them through the normal process. Okay, here's where the lead gen part comes in. All right, so let's say you got 100 applications. You picked one person. That means that you have 99 other applications that you could reach out to and potentially get them to book a call. Oh, shit. If you're watching this on YouTube, I literally thought for a second that I wasn't recording this. So if you saw me just pause and look at the screen like, are you kidding me? It's because I literally thought that I wasn't recording this, but I am recording this. So that's a positive. All right. And if you are watching on YouTube and you see me reading, I'm just reading my, my notes for this. All right, cool. So where we're at right now is you're going to reach out to all those 99 other people, right? You got 100 applications, one person won, you have 99 other applications we can reach out to. This is my favorite part of the whole entire strategy, and why I coin it the NLCA scholarship lead gen tactic, because there are other programs that do this, right? But I really like how we have structured how you should reach out to the non-winners. Listen to this, okay? So the first part of your message should say your program name and scholarship. So let's just use NLCA as an example. So we would text NLCA scholarship. That would be in all bold, and that would be the first two letters that are in this message. Reason being is because when they're scrolling on their iPhone and they're in their message inbox, they'll see NLCA scholarship and they know that they have applied. Therefore, they'll click on it and they'll reach back, or they'll click on it so that we increase the rate in which this message gets opened. Now that they've opened it, they're going to read it, right? So here's where it gets even more tactful. So now we're going to say, hey, name, this is name with company. Unfortunately, you didn't win the full scholarship, but I am pumped to let you know that we are selecting a few students for a partial scholarship into name of program. In quotations, 10% off. That's paragraph 1. All right, paragraph 2. I'd love to get you booked for a 45 to 60-minute Zoom consultation with one of our enrollment specialists, or if you don't have an enrollment specialist, just say your name, to see if we think you'd qualify for the partial scholarship. This is why this is so tactful. All right. We're not reaching out saying, hey, unfortunately, you didn't win. However, you did win a partial scholarship. Now book a call. All right. And you're going to pay and we'll give you 10% off. That's not how we framed it. All right. How we framed it is we are selecting a few students to win a partial scholarship. Would you like to get on a call to see if you qualify? And the reason I think this is more powerful is Now they have to get on the call to see if they qualify. So if they have any interest at all in joining the program and in winning this partial scholarship, they're going to get on the call, right? Because they're going to see if they qualify. We're not reaching out saying, hey, you already qualify, now get on the call and pay us, because that seems a little bit more transactional. We're saying this is an application process. Hey, you didn't win the full scholarship. We're selecting a few students for partial scholarship. Would you like to see if you qualify? If so, you'll have to book in this call. Much more tactful, all right? Much more incentivizing. All right, so that's paragraph 1 and 2. Paragraph 3, on the call, we will go over challenges and goals and create a game plan for you moving forward, showing them that there's also value to the call in addition to just being pitched. We will also talk about the program name and see if we mutually agree that we are the best fit to help you and if you are the best fit for the partial scholarship, keeping it that application. Does that sound fair? All right, obviously, they say yes, we get them booked for the call. All right, the one last thing, and by the way, that's the message that we send out. Send that out to all of the people that didn't win the scholarship. Get them booked for a call. Your normal sales call process. Close them for the deal. Sign them up as a client. We give people 10% off in this section here. Okay, excuse me. The cadence. How often should you do something like this? Honestly, 1 to 2 times a year, but I wouldn't do it any more than 1 to 2 times a year. And the reason I wouldn't do it any more than 1 to 2 times a year is it loses its luster and people kind of catch on. All right. So if you do it 1 to 2 times a year, it will remain its power. And if you did it any more than that, like if you did it once a quarter, I bet you'd see applications would drop like crazy. People would kind of get it by now. Like, oh, if I don't win, they're going to reach out and offer this 10%. And I think 1 to 2 times a year, keeps this legitimate. And you can pull this out of your back pocket, if you will, anytime that you feel like you just need a quick pump in lead generation. So that's that. That's the NLCA scholarship lead gen tactic. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, hit subscribe, give me the like, give me the thumbs up, whatever the hell people say on YouTube. If you're watching on a podcast, wow, really doing great, Chad. If you're listening on a podcast, leave a review, the stars, once again, whatever the heck people say on podcasts. Subscribe. I don't know. I'm not a content king. I don't claim to be an influencer. I'm just a guy who built a business, a successful business, a multiple 7-figure business with a small following. I know a thing or two about being a really good business person. Content isn't really my forte, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy it. And hopefully you guys, aren't too sick of me just rambling. But anyways, appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. All right. Peace.